All right, we're here. Merry Christmas to you. And we're here at the Beard Guys tent. We're on the road again. Honky Talk Podcast is on the road again here at that Beard Guys tent, 5503 Airline Drive here in Bossier City. The show's always brought to you by the legendary Sundown Tavern out of Ruston, Louisiana, where they save Ruston one sandwich at a time. We got Trey Gotro, Bo Atkins. Woo! We're ready to rock, baby. Trey,
ready to rock and roll.
come on now. So we're gonna jump into it. Trey, tell me about your gigs going on. Let's recap on that Friday gig.
Yeah,
our
December 12th.
Honky Talk takeover that we had.
Yeah, it was great, man. I mean, we ended up having an 8-piece band.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, because the Dixie Theater was doing a blues kind of Christmas thing, and so one of our good buddies, Dave P., which he's been on the show before, he showed up with his amp and harp, and he was like, "Hey, man, can I sit in?" And I was like, "Dude, absolutely."
Yeah.
Yeah. So Dave sat in. We ended up having an 8-piece band. We had Dave on the harp. We had JoJo on the keys. Aiden Johnston on the drums. Kenny Ray on the bass. I was on lead, and then you and Bo Smith were holding it down on the acoustics. And y'all were in and out, but it was a great show. It was packed.
It was good.
It was great. It was a great show. We Nick Harak also was on electric that night, and he's playing some rhythm, and he also opened up the show.
He did. He did a great job.
Yeah.
If you don't follow him, follow Nick and spell his last name so the world knows.
HROCH.
Yeah, Nick.
Proc. Yeah, it's like Czech or something. I don't know. But it was a great show. He opened up. Then we took a little break, came on, and like I said, the people just started rolling in.
They did.
And I've actually got some clips on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. I had like a little action camera, and when I did some POV stuff, and you can kind of see the crowd and just the band. And one of the highlights that I did post was when we were doing "The Weight" by the band, and you were doing Crazy Chester.
Rick Danko's part.
Yeah, Rick Danko, man, and it was hilarious, dude. But people were just. I mean, the crowd reaction was just fantastic.
It was funny because, we're in a college town. And
Yeah.
There's a bunch of college, I guess we call them kids now, or college-age people there. And, you start kind of, I don't know, progressing through life, if you will.
That's right.
You don't
get
realize. Older. Yeah, you get older, and, there's a different generation in there, so you don't really know how it's going to take. You know you're going to play, you're confident into playing good music, but you don't realize – or you don't know. It's uncertain if the crowd's going to appreciate it.
That's right.
And they were singing almost every word to every song we played.
Yes, I was actually surprised. But you know what I realized in the younger generations coming up, that they are starting to go back to this kind of old school style music.
They're rediscovering this.
It's almost like they're rediscovering Red-Headed Stranger.
Yeah.
That was an Eric Church quote, but it's true. They're listening to an older style of music, so you're getting like the Red Clay Strays, the Marcus King kind of style of music in this kind of newer generation, and they're loving it.
They are, and they're great. I would call them vessels, but they're great people. Yeah. There's a lot of people out there right now, including ourselves.
That's
among
right.
These big names, and we don't have maybe big names across the world or across the country, but. I know, like, for me and with Trey, when we go play places, there's people show up because they've heard of us, so they went and looked us up, and they're like, man, that guy looks interesting.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure they do the same thing. I know they do with Trey, as they do with me. They'll come and ask you about your songs, and you're like, wow, heck yeah, I'll play that song, So
that's right.
All that to say, but that Friday night, it was kind of that way, except we didn't take really any requests necessarily.
Yeah, it was more of a set show.
It was a set show.
Yeah, we had a set list. We had one practice.
That was it.
Yeah, one practice, and we just got up there and just jammed out.
That's exactly what it was.
Yep.
And I'll tell you, it really was kind of a jam band type thing, and it was very tight.
Yes.
Because I think we probably went through about 8 songs before the music stopped. It was constantly going into the next song, building and ending, and on that. And that, to me, that's what good music is. That's fun. Yeah,
it was a lot of fun, a lot of great time. I said I've got some clips that I'm releasing from that show.
Correct.
But you were talking about like the younger crowd response to that. I that's kind of a more recent thing. Typically at my gigs, whether I'm doing acoustic shows or band stuff, they'll come up and request like, obviously like Morgan Wallen or
modern top 40.
modern top 40 stuff, or But I do. It's crazy. I see like these younger 20-year-olds, guys and girls, requesting like Willie Nelson,
Yeah.
and it's like that's new. That's kind of new.
We like your parents.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Which is interesting because I'm kind of in the middle of it all, dude. Because I'm 28. I'm about to be 29. And so I'm kind of in the middle of the old school and the younger crowd coming up, and I'm kind of trying to find my place in it all.
Yeah. Find out, your niche or how you can deliver.
Yeah, that's right. Because I mean,
And that's a hard thing to do. That can be, some people never are able to achieve that or find that spot.
Yeah.
Especially with songwriting,
that's
because you
yeah.
don't know really where to go. I mean,
Yeah, it's true.
you love country music,
Yeah,
but what kind of country are you wanting? What do you want to be known as, or what are you going to go for? And that.
yeah, yeah. It's kind of turned into a very kind of general term, country music now,
Right.
but it has progressed a little bit in some ways. Which reminds me, you talking about the songwriter's perspective. I just did a songwriter's night this past Friday, December 19th, at Mustang Sally's in West Monroe. And as I was talking to these songwriters, they were kind of explaining that. They said that the more childlike you make the song, the more likely it is to hit the radio.
Yeah.
But you go to these writers' nights, and you're like, wow, why isn't that a number one hit?
And this is in This is in Monroe, Louisiana. We're not talking about Nashville, L.A.,
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah, that's right.
Or even Austin or places like that, or Fort Worth.
Yeah.
We're talking about in Monroe, Louisiana. There's songwriters around the whole I-20 corridor, well, through everywhere.
Oh, yeah, dude.
But they're saying these things that you're saying that are very, experienced.
Yeah, they're experienced. We're talking about, so Chancey Neal, she had a contract with Sony Records. She's written many songs. She had a song go platinum for Duck Dynasty. We're talking about experienced people. Gray Vickers, Alyssa Freeman, myself are there. We've been in the industry, and these guys have been in the industry longer than I have, and also had some legitimate deals. And so, like, Chancey sang this song, and she has these lines in there that are just super killer. Something about least expected. Well, they hit him my Chanel on his old Wrangler jacket. So if y'all go back and y'all listen to the Chancey Neal episode, she did this song at the end.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And she wrote this song, and it was just amazing. But you'll never hear it on Top 40 radio, which is crazy.
Unless, I guess, somebody cuts it.
Unless somebody really cuts it. And I think somebody should cut that song, because I thought personally that it was super well written. So I don't remember exactly the writers that were part of it. I know they were from Nashville. Maybe not from Nashville.
Based out of there.
Yeah, but they're based out of there now. But just songs like that. So got to experience that a little bit. Writers' rounds are super cool. And then the next night we had a band Squire Creek gig.
Ooh. Who was in your band that night?
So I was originally supposed to run a 3-piece. It's supposed to be Aiden Johnston on percussion, Kenny Ray on the bass, and then myself on just kind of rhythm and lead. But Nick wasn't going out of town. He was supposed to go out of town, so I was supposed to run a 4-piece. He ended up not going out of town, so I got to run my 4-piece band. So it was really cool. But it was interesting because we were in a country club. It's a huge room,
And it's a legitimate country club. Like,
it's
it's legitimate.
Yeah, it's a legitimate country club. Squire Creek. We were playing a Christmas party, but it's a really cool gig because it's a fully carpeted room. The sound is super dry. It's great to EQ a full band. We were able to run at a comfortable volume for people and not just blow them out of the water,
Which is important.
Very
for those
important.
listeners.
Yeah, listeners. A lot of our listeners are probably fellow musicians or music lovers, and y'all could probably agree with this that we get a lot of comments saying like, "Oh, we love your volume." Some people get in here and they're too loud. Which is a thing. Like we get it. You want to be heard, but you also want to be, they're paying you to do what they want you to do. And either they want you to be loud or they don't want you. But it's always good to kind of, I guess, ask.
Yeah, I've noticed that a lot.
Yeah.
And I know Bo Smith said it a few times. We've kind of mentioned and hinted on this, but not necessarily in this kind of detail in this situation we're talking about right now, which is very important. it's okay to ask. Don't be scared. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're there, obviously you're not scared to play in front of people. So why would you be scared to ask, hey, the manager, the bar manager, the restaurant, or ask somebody close to you, hey, do you think, look, if this is too loud, be honest with them and let them know that you're there
Yeah.
for them to have a good time. You want them to appreciate you to
Yeah.
have fun.
It saves on that awkward, like,
Right. Hey,
like,
can you turn
can
it
you turn it
down?
down a little bit? And then you feel like, oh man, I must suck.
Well, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you turn it down, and then you feel like you're out of place. And you're not wanted. You can't
yeah.
think it like
yeah.
just go-
Avoid all that
Yeah,
together.
yeah. Just ask
Yeah.
them.
Just ask.
Feel free to ask.
Yeah, feel free to ask. Yeah, but seriously, just it never hurts to just have a conversation.
No.
So
Plus, it gets them asking you questions about what kind of music you play. Who are you?
Yeah.
So it opens the door for them to interview you, and you spill them out. Just start talking.
yeah, really breaks the it really breaks the ice.
It really breaks the ice.
It really does break the ice.
So you had the sundown. Okay, so we Squire Creek Christmas gig. Who was?
Yeah.
Do you remember who it was for? The party, or was it a company,
Yeah, it was
or a family, or
it was
what
the O'Neill Gas Company.
Oh man, cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. We had a great time, but we we showed up with no set list. So Aiden, if y'all don't already know, we're trying to get him on the show, but he does work in the studio a lot. He's got a lot of projects going on right now. He was on tour with Brian Martin. He did that for about a year now. I think they're on break at the moment, but he got to do opening shows, and I mean just played in front of
From Jason Aldean to
man.
to hitting the road, like really hitting the road big time.
Yeah, really
Show-
road dogging
yeah.
him, Braden Watts, and Evan.
Oh, Evan Griffin.
Yeah, they we've jammed together over the last probably 7 years.
That's crazy. It's
7,
been
8.
that long we've been doing this. Like
Yeah.
mixing and mingling with each other, and
That's right. Because they played for you, the Monty. I mean, they are great session players.
they really are.
They really are. So you can. I trusted that they could show up and just jam.
Yes.
Because there wasn't a lot of prep. We're near the holidays, y'all, and there's not a lot of prep time. So it was just cool to show up. We ran a talkback mic. So another key tip for musicians out there.
What Trey's about to say, if you
Yeah.
watch some of those clips on Honky Talk Podcast on Instagram
Yep.
or Facebook, you'll see these clips. So if you see them, watch them if you want to learn anything, or just see how bands interact with each other. Like you may have been at a show before, and you're going,
Yeah.
what are they talking about? Why is the lead singer talking to that microphone by the drum set or wherever that back?
Yeah.
They have it. Go ahead. That's
Yeah.
what they're doing. They're communicating with each other.
That's exactly. Well, you hit the nail on the head,
But
dude.
tell them about it.
Yeah, so if you run in-ear monitors, which there's a couple ways you can do it, look it up, but in-ear monitors are really great for on stage because it cuts down the stage volume and the crowd volume. It kind of isolates you a little bit. But what we were running was a talkback mic, and so a lot of people running by the drums, but you can talk into it, and the whole entire band can hear you. So
And you're not having to scream out. Like you could be, if you know your licks good enough, Trey could be
Yeah.
playing his lead. He could be playing a filler or something, and he could be talking to the band going, hey, guys, we're going to extend this song right here, but we may go to the 4 or the 1 or whatever
that's
the chord.
exactly.
And you can communicate because you can't always go, hey, go to the 1. I mean, you
That's
can't
right.
hear. They can't hear you. The guy's playing the drums. He can't hear.
Yeah, and if you're playing like Sundown, like which is kind of a bigger venue, like the crowd noise, if it's packed in there, I mean they're running at 100 decibels, and it's loud in there, and so now you're having to compete with monitors and all this stuff. So in-ears help. And another tip about it, if you are running in-ears or thinking about it, shotgun mics or just stage mics, like it's just setting up a microphone and running that in your ears so you're not isolated from the world.
And what Trey's talking about is if you ever have used in-ear monitors, all you hear is what makes them great. All you hear is what you want to hear in that mic.
Very customizable.
So you don't hear the crowd. There is blocked out. You do not hear it. So he's talking about running a mic so you can actually hear the crowd where you do feel some kind of crowd presence. So for instance, like if you're a guy and you're a front man, let's just say, and you go, hey, how are we doing tonight? Somebody give me a woo, and the crowd reacts. Well, if you can't hear it, you're going, but with the inner monitors. But if you have the shotgun mic or whatever
That's
you want to
right.
call it,
Yeah.
you can actually hear that in your monitor, so you feel, like the crowd's feeling you. So
Yeah, it's not. You can set them up to where you're not even like you don't even know they're in your ears. It's just everything, but it's at a comfortable volume.
Right.
Yeah, so you can change that. So there's a lot of things you can do within your monitors, but that's just one thing that is super great for communication because we might say, hey, we want to tag this, or you may be feeling something, the crowd may be doing something. You're like, we're gonna hit another chorus,
Right.
Or hey, we're gonna drop out and come back in.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of times where you might want to come in on a double time jam.
Yeah. Speed. Yeah.
So everybody's on the same page. And the show, it runs more flawlessly, than if you didn't have them.
Because music's all about feel too, you know.
That's
So
right.
if you're in the middle of a show, especially with the kind of music me and Trey like to play, and
Yeah.
the guys in the band that we have and we hire, there's a reason because they fit what
That's right.
we all like the same kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And the sounds, and we want to, maybe we want to drop out and come back in, like you say, and
Yeah. Well, so on one of the clips, here's an example of that. One of the clips, you come up to me and I take my ear out and you're like, hey, I'm gonna get the band to drop out and do the solo. And you walk up to the talkback mic.
he couldn't hear me. He's like, huh? And he's over there doing this.
Yeah.
So I walked up to, I said, oh, talk back, Mike. I said, hey, guys. Of course, they're all taller than me, so I'm having
Yeah.
to stand on my tippy toes.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey. But I told him, I said, hey, let's drop out here and let's let Trey, I forgot how I said it. Basically, give Trey a solo. Let's kind of prolong this song because the crowd's digging it. They're like,
Yeah.
cool. Aiden looked at me, the drummer with the beat. He looked at me, and then everybody, and then Joe looked at me from that.
That's
and the bass
right.
player looked at me. So they all knew. And I didn't even have in-ear monitors.
We were actually running a side field for them because they didn't have them. But that was cool. I mean, it was fine. But you knew what to do. You
Right.
went up there, you went at the talkback mic, you let the band know what was going on. They all dropped out, and then you can see on the video, like I was able to go to the front of the stage and take a solo. And dude, I mean, you can tell by the reaction, like
Working the crowd, baby.
Yeah, working the crowd. But just doing that and adding those dynamics to the songs, like because everybody can cover a song,
Right.
but when you add your own taste to it and those dropouts and the dance,
It makes it like a jam band.
Oh,
like, what
dude.
you're jamming, man.
Well, you
You're-
see, it keeps it interesting
Yeah.
because in the video, if you look, there's this girl, and she's got a vape in her mouth, and she's looking at her phone. But then when we changed the song, and we changed the dynamics, the band dropped out, and then all you hear is a note, a bend ring out, and it grabs the attention.
Right.
So you can, and that's things to learn from. But you can grab the attention, and they're like, and then she was like, I don't know, play it, baby, and I was just. But you feed off of that, man.
Baby.
You feed off of that, man. But I love people that are enjoying it, and then it re-engaged the audience.
You did. It is very
yeah.
clearly seen on the video. But check out those clips.
Yeah, you can learn a lot. We learn a lot from
Yeah.
it.
That's why we do them. It's like having a film footage of a football game or basketball. You go back and watch film.
You go back and watch film.
Kind of critique what you were doing or maybe get an idea for the next time. So,
Yeah, or you're like, man, I didn't like that, but I love that.
Right.
So we're gonna do that again.
like when Bo threw his tambourine down when he was playing the crap. I was playing the crap out of that tambourine. I'm a tambourinist.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, I felt like Morgan Stapleton or something. I was like, I was
Yeah.
working the crap out of them little cymbals on that tambourine, just to let you know.
You really did, man. It was awesome, but the energy level that you brought to the stage, man, it was crazy just to follow me.
Oh, dude. It was funny.
And got me in the fire. And I was like, wow. And then you throw it down, you take off your hat, bro, and just like you go watch the clip.
Go watch the clip.
So
Well, this is great stuff. But that's a recap kind of the December 12th gig.
Yeah.
And you said that last Friday you played where?
Mustang Sally.
Mustang Sally. That's right, the songwriting thing.
Yeah, and then Squire Creek.
Now, are they going to continue to do that? Was that their first one to do?
I don't know if it was their first one. They're not. He never insinuated that he was going to do multiple.
And that's
things.
Lee Denny, right?
Yeah, Lee Denny. Yeah, Lee Denny at Mustang Sally's. He never insinuated that he was going to do a regular thing. I think it was just a pop-up gig.
See what kind of how it worked out. See what's going on.
Yeah, because it's a college bar. Mustang Sally's, Cooter Bay, and the Siesta. All three of those right there on the corner. It's a college bar.
It's like a block of bars. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool, really.
No, it's great, and they got the yard now. I've played out there too.
And the yard officially connected to the Siesta?
Yes, yeah, it is.
Okay.
It's officially connected to the Siesta, and it looks awesome out there. They got a stage, great sound. They actually hired sound people to install it, so it's great.
I'll tell you another place in that same, right around the corner from it, like a little bit down the street, literally like right around the corner.
Oh yeah,
Is Flying Tiger.
Flying Tiger.
And I think I forgot what night I was there. But anyway, I was there, and that's another place you ought to go to check out around if you're around the I-20, that Northeast Louisiana area. Man, they got great people. They got great service. And I'll tell you, just like the Sundown Tavern does, and this is why we do it at places like this, with this whole Honky Talk podcast, this whole last 6 months, pretty much we've been doing this. It's been able to give back to people that have been cool to us, that may have helped us buy diapers or
Oh, dude, yeah.
or pay our bills and stuff. And we're appreciative. This is our job, right? But they're so nice and so kind. So I want to give a shout out to Flying Tiger and Brother Earl. man, they do great jobs, and they're talented people. They do good. It is a small. It's a brewery. What do you call it?
Yeah, it's a brewery.
It's a brewery, Flying Tiger Brewery, man. And that Burma Blonde, if you get a chance, drink the Burma Blonde.
Yep.
It broke my heart when they quit distributing stuff out.
Yeah.
Because at Traps, I used to get the Burma Blonde every single time I got a drink up there.
Yeah.
And it broke my heart when they weren't here no more. But hey, throw some love out to Flying Tiger, too, which is right around the corner.
Yeah. We see a kind of a revival in the, I would say, the original independent artist industry in the West Monroe area, the Ruston area.
Yeah.
Businesses are really starting to put in or invest in us, people like us.
Yeah, and I tell you what's cool too, because they think about an artist, you think about a painter, but that could be a writer, could be a poet, it could be a hairstylist or whatever, or some of these people that are kind of artsy fartsy, on a good way, not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Or even like I say, paintings or architecture, things like that. If you go around and look at some of these places, the work when you walk in, like let's say Flying Tiger or some of these places like that, use them as an example, they have like an old bomber. Nose of an old bomber that's sitting up there on the wall.
Yeah.
And the nose is coming out. I mean, who thought of that?
Yeah.
And how did he get his hands on that? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot. That's really cool. Yeah.
The nose of the plane is in the middle of the bar, when you order your beer or whatever.
Yeah, and in Farmerville, if you go to K&M, they got a John boat hanging from the ceiling with fishing poles, with lights and stuff. It's really cool.
And that's in Farmerville, K&M, right?
Yeah. So, all these places, man, they're really investing and pouring out into live music because it just adds just such a atmosphere. It's just different.
It's fun.
It's just different than playing on the radio.
Especially if you have somebody there that's fun.
Yeah,
and that's talented enough to be able to handle a crowd. And plus, hopefully, on our end, or I know on my end, my job security is increasing sales at the bar food or another thing appetizers or, alligator bites or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
We're in Louisiana, whatever. But whatever, man, make them people want to stay longer and add some more, which helps the waitresses. Hopefully, the bigger the ticket, the bigger the tip.
Well, that's right. Yeah, it's...
it all goes hand in hand. Hopefully, we can all work together and have a...
So we provide the atmosphere, just setting people at ease, a good time, People stay longer. They buy more stuff as far as like, more drinks or more food or... whatever, man. Right. And so, we're here to help everybody out, trying to make a living doing it, trying to create a great atmosphere for people.
That's right.
To just enjoy their time out, whether you're away from the kids for a night.
That's right.
or whatever.
You can go be an adult or relive your wasted youth,
Yeah,
as Ray Riley Hubbard would say.
Yeah.
Well, look, we're here at the Beard Guys tent, brought to you by Uncle Sam's. And we're in the Kids Company Daycare, 5503 Airline Drive, and we're very thankful that the Beard Guys tent let us come in here and do the Honky Talk podcast, brought to you by the Sundown Tavern, saving one sandwich at a time. You're going to be Bo Smith on this. It's Honky Talk podcast.
It's Honkies with a kick.
We're back here live at the Beard Guys tent, brought to you by Uncle Sam's here in Bossier City, Louisiana, at 5503 Airline Drive, Bossier City, Louisiana, in the Kids Company Daycare parking lot. And I know it's kind of weird. You see a bunch of expansion light shows back here and all that.
Expansion light show.
Because you can't say the F word on Facebook anymore. You just can't do it. They'll ban you. So
yeah, don't say the F word.
Which works. So you can't say that first word. You cannot do it. But we're here. We wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and brought to you by the Sundown Tavern, saving Ruston one sandwich at a time. I got an idea that I was thinking about the other day, and I'm sure Trace thought about this. We've had a lot of quite a few musicians that are well-to-do musicians from the greater, Louisiana area, from all the way from Shreveport to Monroe, in between that whole I-20 corridor.
Yep.
I think, and we're going to need y'all's help on this, because we're going to need some sponsorships. It takes money to have fun. It is what it is.
Yep.
2026, we need to have a Honky Talk podcast festival. Or show. Or maybe we can get Monty, we can get Pimo in, we can get Chancey in, we can get maybe Shea Bailiff from Shayliff and that band to come in. We had him on the podcast.
That would
be Mexico.
That would be amazing.
That'd be fun, wouldn't it? And we can maybe take it on the road or something. And when I say take it on the road, just do one in Ruston, do one in Monroe, and then maybe do one in Shreveport or something. That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
And
would
you
be.
could get a lot of talent. You could see what we're talking about, and why we're so what do you call it?
A honky tonk tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and like, but while we're so adamant, like we keep stressing, like, man, all
Yeah.
the talent we have, and we want to spotlight all this stuff, and we could even do it at the venues
That's right.
That's booked us, small or big, doesn't matter.
That's right.
That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
It would be. That would
And
be.
I think
That'd be
that-
amazing.
yeah.
Well, we kind of did that on December 12th, as far as like.
We was torn with it. We wanted to see how it would go over. And
I would, yeah. Well, it's not. I mean, it's kind of unusual. It's not normal for 3 frontmen to have the same band and you do a song swap. Now,
live, just
Yeah,
straight
live.
up. Yeah.
no, you see that a little bit at the Whiskey Jam in Nashville, where you have a house session player and they're there for like 10 hours.
Yeah.
They're road warriors, or like, I mean, they are insane, like, because they don't leave the stage, and so, so I mean, you do see that kind of stuff happen, but
Not here.
but not here. It's usually different bands, because it's but we've had the opportunity to have these players with us that have played.
We've grown with them.
we've grown
They've
with
grown with
them.
us.
Yeah,
They've gone,
yeah,
some
so-
have gone big, some have stayed the same, but the point is they're still doing it.
Yeah, that's right. So we could take it on the road, and we do need y'all help and support and y'all love, because it does take a lot to put on these shows.
Which could be just a simple heart or comment
A
going
a share, a comment,
anything, just something you
whatever,
click with your thumb, just bam, or your finger, however you look at your phone. You may pull your glasses or however old you are. You may do.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. That helps. It helps open up stuff on these social media platforms to do all that. And follow Trey Gotro on TikTok, and follow Bo Atkins on TikTok, and Facebook, Honky Talk Podcast on Facebook, Honky Talk Podcast on YouTube. Become a subscriber.
Yep.
You look at this stuff all day, and people don't realize how significant that one person, if that one person does it, they may get 3 people to do it. But
That's right.
imagine if you had 100 people do it, and you get 300 followers in one day or
That's right.
one
That's,
hour.
That's huge for us.
No, that's huge. People pay attention to that. But we just wanted to touch base on that, let you know that come by some Expansion Light shows. Y'all support the Beard Guys Tent. They have a Facebook page too, at that Beard Guys _S, that Beard Guy _S tent at 5503 Airline Drive. Trey Gotro, Bo Atkins. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Yep,
What do
Merry
you
Christmas.
What do you want to tell them?
Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. Y'all love on somebody.
Be kind to people.
Yep, always be kind.
Always be kind.
That's right.
All right. Well, I guess that's the segue to your song, man. Well, we love you.
We love you, Honky Talk Podcast family, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Brought to you by
The Sundown Tavern,
Saving Rustin.
one sandwich at a time,
It's Honkies.
with a kick.